What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Today we're covering a scenario that, look, every single one of you have thought about this at least once. Don't lie to me. You've laid in bed at 2 a.m. staring at the ceiling going, man, what if Gohan just trained? Because we all have. What if Gohan trained after the Buu Saga? Not during, not before, after. The guy who had the power to be the strongest fighter in the universe just went and got a desk job. And we love him for it. We respect the decision, but come on, Gohan. You had the sauce, you had the juice, you were the guy. And you went and studied bugs or whatever. Rocks? I don't know what he's the professor of. Probably something cool, but it's not fighting Gohan. It's not fighting. So today we're fixing that. We're giving Gohan that catalyst he needed. We're keeping him in the game. We're gonna see how that one change ripples through the entire series, from the Buu Saga all the way through to the Tournament of Power. Big shout out to SAIYANS for this scenario. It's their what if. Go check them out. Links in the description. And shout out to Saiyan Scholar for helping fill in the gaps on the scaling. Because when you're dealing with a Gohan who's actually trying, who's not slacking, who shows up to the fight and means it, the power scaling gets wild. And I mean wild. Like, wait, how strong is VIDEL now wild? Yeah, we're going there. Buckle up. Now, before we get into this, let me run through the domination multipliers for anyone new here. We're going to be using these throughout the series. There are a lot of fights in this one, and I need you to understand what I mean when I say someone is dominating. At one tier stronger, you're starting to overwhelm your opponent. You've got the edge. You can feel the momentum shifting. They're not done yet, but they know deep down in their gut something is wrong. This is where that little voice in the back of your head goes, uh-oh. At 2 tiers, they're easy to overwhelm. It's not competitive anymore. You're managing the fight. The other person is surviving, not winning. They're looking for openings and fighting nothing. At 3 tiers, this is high-end domination. This is styling territory. You can end this fight whenever you feel like it. You are choosing to let this continue because it amuses you. This is the fold your arms and smirk tier. At 4 tiers, you are tanking their attacks. Their strongest hit, it doesn't register. It doesn't matter. You could make a sandwich. You could read a book. They hit you with everything they've got and you look at them like they just threw a pillow. At 5 tiers, you're absorbing and controlling their energy with raw power. At this point, you're not even in the same conversation. This is a hurricane versus a paper plate. This is Jiren staring at you with arms crossed while you scream. It's disrespectful, it's beautiful, and it's terrifying. Keep those in your head because they're gonna matter a lot. Alright, now let's get into it. So everything in the Buu Saga plays out the same beats. Goku shows up, Vegeta goes Majin, Buu gets released. All of that is exactly how you remember it. We're not messing with any of that. Where things start to change is at the very tail end of the arc. Gohan has his potential like the Elder Kai. He's Ultimate Gohan. He's the strongest unfused fighter on the planet. Stronger than Super Saiyan 3 Goku, stronger than Majin Vegeta, stronger than literally everyone who isn't relying on absorptions or fusions to get their number up. This man walked up to Super Buu and made him look like a chump. That's where Gohan is right now. The top. The absolute ceiling of individual mortal power at this point of the story. Now here's the change. Goku throws a Potara into Gohan, and this time, Gohan catches it. I know. In the original, he fumbled it like a wet bar of soap. I've never understood that. The fate of the universe is on the line and this man is out here playing Butterfingers with magical jewelry. But not this time. This time Gohan grabs it, slaps it on, and the fusion happens. Goku and Gohan merge, father and son. The two strongest individual fighters on the planet becoming one being. Gohan is born. Now let me talk about this fusion for a second because people are gonna ask. Vegeta was Goku and Vegeta. And Vegeta benefits from a rival boost, right? That's the thing. Rivals fusion get a little extra sauce on top. But Gohan? This is a father and son fusion. And I don't care what anyone says, there's gotta be something there. Some kind of bond multiplier. Some kind of familiar synergy. You're telling me the father-son Kamehameha had all that emotional weight behind it and a fusion between these two wouldn't get any kind of boost? Come on! Even without any special boost, just on raw power alone, Gohan is stronger than Vegeta. Think about it. Gohan is the strongest unfused fighter. Goku is the second strongest. You're combining the number 1 and number 2 guys. Vegeta is combining the number 2 and the number 3. The math does the math. Gohan is a monster. Bootanks doesn't stand a chance. He knows it too. He's got Piccolo in him, remember? Piccolo's brain is in there going, we need to leave. And Buu listens. He tries to run. But here's the problem with running from Gohan. You can't. This fusion has instant transmission. Goku knows it. The fusion knows it. And anywhere Buu tries to go, Gohan is already there. It's like trying to run from someone who can teleport. Because that's exactly what it is. Now Gohan could end Buu right here. Just vaporize him. Done. But he wants to save the people Buu absorbed. Goten, Trunks, Piccolo, he's not just gonna nuke them. So instead, he puts up a barrier and lets Buu absorb him on purpose. Just like Goku and Vegeta did in the original timeline. He gets inside, fights the internal clones, and saves everyone. Not everyone. He doesn't save Fat Buu. In the original, Goku kind of wanted to, but this time, the fusion decides it's not worth the risk. They don't know what Buu is fully capable of. Leaving Fat Buu inside means they rip everyone else out. Buu reverts back to his weaker state. That's the play. But wait, what about the fusing? In the original, Goku and Vegeta diffused inside Buu because of some weird atmosphere or whatever. We know the Potara fusion has a time limit for mortals, 1 hour. And if you're burning a lot of energy, it's even less. But here's the thing, Gohan hasn't gone all out yet. He hasn't transformed. He hasn't even Super Saiyan or Ultimate, he just went inside, fought some clones and rescued people. The fusion is fine. There's plenty of time left. So Gohan flies out of Buu carrying everyone. Boo starts reverting, losing all of his absorbed power. He's morphing back to his regular Super Boo state, and Gohan sees the opening. He powers up to Super Saiyan just for good measure, just to make absolutely sure. He charges a Kamehameha and fires it at point blank. The beam is so overwhelmingly powerful that Boo doesn't just get hurt, he doesn't regenerate, he is completely disintegrated. Every cell, every molecule, gone. Earth doesn't blow up, nobody dies, Goten, Trunks, Piccolo, they're all alive. Vegeta got absorbed earlier by a sneak attack, but he was saved inside Boo too. Everyone makes it. And then, this is hilarious, Gohan starts panicking. Wait, am I stuck like this? How do I explain this to Chi-Chi? I'm her husband and her son right now. That's weird. That's really weird. No, but luckily they defuse. It's convenient timing, thank goodness, because that would have been the most awkward family dinner in all of anime history. Everyone celebrates, the universe is at peace, and the party happens. It's good vibes all around, but something is different about Gohan after this. See, this is the key to the whole scenario. In the original timeline, Gohan had no reason to keep training. Goku and Vegeta were always going to handle it. They always showed up. They always saved the day. Gohan could sit back, be a scholar, live his life, and honestly, good for him. But in this timeline, Gohan didn't just watch the fight. He was in the fight. He felt what it was like to fuse with his father. He felt that power. He tasted what it meant to be the strongest being in the universe, even if it was temporary. And more importantly, he realized something. He almost got everyone killed twice. First time in the Cell Saga, he got cocky. He had the power to end Cell and he played around instead. People died, his dad died, and Gohan carried that guilt for years. The second time right here in the Boo Saga, he had ultimate form. He was the strongest, and what happened? He toyed with Super Boo instead of finishing him off. Boo absorbed Gotenks and things spiraled. If Goku hadn't showed up with the Potara earrings, it would have been over. 2 times Gohan had the power to end the threat decisively, and 2 times he didn't. And both times it nearly cost him everything. Now that is the wake-up call. Not just, I should be stronger, but I can't afford to let this happen again. He has Videl now. He's about to have a daughter, his family, his friends, the entire planet. Gohan finally internalizes what his uncle, wrong franchise, what his mentor, Piccolo, has been telling him his whole life. You have this power, use it, don't let it rot. So Gohan starts training, not obsessively, not like Goku, who would literally rather train than attend his son's birth. Gohan still goes to school, still becomes a scholar, still has his life, but he fits training in. Mornings, evenings, weekends, he spars with Vegeta sometimes even. He trains with Goku, he works with Piccolo because of course Piccolo is down to train with Gohan. Piccolo has been waiting for this phone call his whole life. Gohan says, "Hey Piccolo, wanna train?" And Piccolo is already in his gi before Gohan finishes the sentence. And here's the beautiful part. It's not just Gohan who gets stronger, it's everyone around him. Goten trains with his big brother and gets pushed harder than ever. Trunks has to keep up with Goten, so he gets stronger. Piccolo is sparring with Gohan constantly, so he levels up. Even Videl gets in on it because they're dating, then married, and she's a fighter too. She's not gonna sit on the couch while her husband is out there throwing ki blasts in the backyard. She wants in. And Gohan is a great teacher. Piccolo taught him. Goku taught him. He knows how to bring out potential in people because people have been doing it to him his entire life. This creates a ripple effect that changes everything going forward. So now we're in the gap between the end of the Boo Saga and the start of Dragon Ball Super. In the original timeline, this is where everyone kind of goes their separate ways. Goku and Vegeta train on Beerus' planet eventually, and everyone else just vibes. But here, Gohan is training consistently, and that means the people training with him are leveling up too. Let's run through where everyone is. Goten and Trunks can now both go Super Saiyan 2 individually. In the original story, we never really saw them push past Super Saiyan on their own. Gotenks went Super Saiyan 3, sure, but that's the fusion. As individuals, they were stuck at Super Saiyan, not anymore. Training with Gohan, who is operating at ultimate level, it forces them to push farther. And they're Half-Saiyans with absurd natural talent. Super Saiyan 2 is well within reach. Piccolo is also massively stronger. He's roughly double where he was at the end of the Boo Saga. Training with Gohan every day would do that to you. Piccolo is relevant again. He's not just a smart guy on the sidelines anymore. He can throw hands. Now with Videl, this is where it gets interesting. In the original Super timeline, Videl basically stopped training entirely. She gave up fighting, which, fine, her choice. But in this timeline, she never stops. She trains with Gohan for years. She learns ki control. She learns proper techniques. She goes from a girl who can kind of fly and throw a punch to a legitimate fighter operating at Saiyan Saga levels. That might not sound like much compared to the gods and monsters running around, but think about what Saiyan Saga level means. That's planet-busting territory. That's Vegeta when he first showed up on Earth territory. For a regular human with no special bloodline, no Namekian Dragon Ball wishes, no Elder Kai unlocks, just hard work and a really good training partner, that's incredible. Now Goku and Vegeta also benefit a little from Gohan's occasional sparring sessions, but their main training is their own thing. Their power increase isn't as dramatic relative to others, but they're still Goku and Vegeta. They're still getting stronger, they always are. Now Gohan, the man himself. He's been in ultimate form so long it's basically second nature. He's refined it, polished it, and made it efficient. He's not just strong, he's strong and smart about how he uses his energy, and he's still the strongest unfused mortal fighter on Earth, comfortably. Beerus wakes up. He had a dream about a Super Saiyan god. He wants to find this fighter. Standard stuff. He heads to King Kai's planet first and runs into Goku. Goku, being Goku, tries to fight him. In the original, Beerus knocked Goku down in 3 hits. This time, with all the extra training, Goku lasts maybe 4 hits, maybe 4.5. Still gets absolutely bodied, because it's Beerus. 4 hits versus 3 hits when you're talking about a god of destruction doesn't really change the outcome. You still lose, you just lose slightly less embarrassingly. Beerus hits the earth and shows up to Bulma's birthday party. And here's a nice change. Fat Boo isn't around. Remember, Goku never saved Fat Boo from inside Super Boo. Fat Boo is dead, which means there's nobody to eat all the pudding. Beerus is actually having a great time. The food is good, the vibe is right, and he's not angry. But he still came for a reason, the Super Saiyan God. Nobody knows what that is, so Beerus decides to test out the strongest fighters present, Vegeta and Gohan. They both get demolished. Gohan actually lasts a little longer than Goku did, because he is stronger, but it's still not close. Beerus is Beerus. Then Goku jumps in. He's been watching from the side, and he suggests they ask Shenron about Super Saiyan God, same as the original. They summon the dragon, they learn about the ritual, and they need 6 Saiyans. Now who gets the form? Obviously Gohan. This is where things diverge significantly. The group decides Gohan should be the one. He's the strongest. He's been training the hardest, and if anyone can make the most of this god power, it's him. There's a small concern because Gohan is a half-Saiyan, will the ritual even work? But they figure worst case scenario they just do with Goku instead. And Beerus isn't even that impatient this time because, again, nobody stole his pudding. He's full and content, he can wait. The Saiyans gather, Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, Goten, Trunks, and the unborn Pan, because Videl reveals she's pregnant. Just like in the original, they channel their energy into Gohan. His power skyrockets. A mysterious aura wraps around him. He rises into the air, flash of light. He drops back down, red hair, red eyes, and a slimmer build. Super Saiyan God Gohan. Beerus is ecstatic. His premonition was right, and the power he's sensing, he's actually impressed. The fight begins. It goes similar to Goku's fight with Beerus in the original. Beerus isn't going all out, but he's taking it more seriously as Gohan gets accustomed to the form and his power keeps rising. Partway through though, something interesting happens. Gohan drops out of God form, but instead of reverting to regular Super Saiyan like Goku did, he drops into Ultimate form, because that's his base transformation. That's where his body defaults to under pressure. The fight ends in space, no earth-destroying threats this time. Beerus was never angry, never made any promises to destroy the planet. He just wanted a good fight, and he got one. He's satisfied. He found a rival. He found a planet with great food and strong fighters, and he'll be back. After a battle of gods, Goku and Vegeta are hungry to unlock Super Saiyan God themselves. They head to Beerus' planet together. No head start for Vegeta this time. They both go at once, and bribe Whis with food. Standard operating procedure. They train with Whis. They both unlock Super Saiyan God, and they start pushing towards something higher. We know what it is. They don't know yet, but they're getting there. Gohan gets offered the chance to train on Beerus' planet too, and he does go, but not full time. He can't just abandon Earth. He has a job, he has a family, and he has responsibilities, so he works out a system. Goku picks him up with instant transmission. He trains for a few hours and Goku brings him back, maybe once or twice a week. It's not constant training like Goku and Vegeta, but it's smart training, quality over quantity. Eventually, Gohan gets tired of relying on Goku for rides and learns instant transmission himself. Over several sessions on Beerus' planet, during downtime of course, Goku teaches him the basics. It's practical, for travel, for battle, for emergencies, and Gohan picks it up. Because he's Gohan, he picks up everything. When he's not on Beerus' planet, he trains on Earth, mostly with Piccolo, sometimes with Goten, and sometimes with Videl. And he focuses on something specific, mastering Super Saiyan God, not pushing to the next level, mastering the one he has. See, this is the difference between Gohan and his father. Goku always wants the next thing, the next form, the next power-up, and the next frontier. And that's awesome. That's what makes Goku, Goku. But Gohan saw what happened in the Cell Saga, when he was pushed to Super Saiyan 2 without fully understanding it. He saw what happened when he had Ultimate form and didn't know how to efficiently use it against Boo. He's done with that approach. Master what you have before chasing what you don't. He also starts experimenting with stacking Ultimate on top of Super Saiyan God. And it works, kind of. It's not perfect yet, but the concept is sound. Ultimate God Gohan. He's pulling out all of his latent potential on top of God Ki. It's close to Super Saiyan Blue in terms of power, but it's not quite there yet. Speaking of Blue, Gohan sees Goku and Vegeta using Super Saiyan Blue during his visits. He understands the concept, combine God Ki with Super Saiyan. He files that away for later. First things first, perfect God form, and then go higher. Let's do a quick power rundown here. Super Saiyan God Goku and Vegeta are roughly equal in terms of power, and Super Saiyan God Gohan is above both of them, but not by a massive margin. When Gohan stacks Ultimate on top of God, he jumps significantly. He's approaching Super Saiyan Blue territory, but Goku and Vegeta still edge him out. He's just under the Blue Saiyans. Almost there, but not quite. Well, why is Ultimate God weaker than Blue if Ultimate is stronger than Super Saiyan? It's purely for scaling purposes, and look, this might seem like I'm holding Gohan back, but think about where he is. He's at Super Saiyan Blue levels without Super Saiyan Blue. Once he actually unlocks that form and stacks Ultimate on top of that, that's gonna be absolutely insane. But we're not there yet. That's for later. Meanwhile, Videl is pushed to Frieza Saga levels. That's significant for a human with no special gimmicks. Goten and Trunks are in Super Saiyan 2 and still climbing. Piccolo's a force to be reckoned with. The entire supporting cast is miles ahead of where they'd be in the original timeline. All because Gohan decided to keep training. And now, unbeknownst to everyone, the remnants of the Frieza Force land on Earth. They gather the Dragon Balls and revive Frieza, same as the original. The Pilaf gang steals 2 wishes for ice cream or whatever. Classic Pilaf, never change. Frieza's back, and he's informed about how strong everyone's gotten. He knows training is the only option, so he does it. He cheats his golden form, but he's impatient. He doesn't want to wait around perfecting the form. He knows there are at least 3 fighters on Earth who can challenge him. Goku, Vegeta, and now Gohan. 3 potential problems. So Frieza gets smart. He sent some soldiers, Chila and Lemo, out scouting for high power levels, and they found a barren planet with a surprisingly large key signature on it. Paragus and his son Broly. From here, things follow the Broly movie setup pretty closely. Chila and Lemon bond with Broly during his trip back. Paragus has his agenda, and Frieza has a new weapon. Except this time, Frieza isn't heading straight to Earth with a Dragon Ball plan. He's heading there for revenge, and he's bringing Broly as a plan B. When Frieza's energy is sensed approaching Earth, the response team is stacked. Piccolo, Tien, Roshi, Krillin, Gohan, and this time, Videl's there. Goten and Trunks are there. These aren't just spectators, they're fighters now. The Frieza Force fighter gets absolutely shredded. With 3 extra fighters and everyone being significantly stronger than the original timeline, it's a speed run. Even Videl's contributing. She's at Cell Saga Gohan levels by now. That's not enough to fight the big bads, but it's more than enough to blast through Frieza's grunts. Frieza makes his entrance, steps out of the hover throne and sees Gohan standing there in base form. Oh, welcoming party. You'll make a fine warm-up before I deal with the other 2 monkeys. I'm not the same child that I was on Namek, Frieza. I'm the one who's gonna defeat you. Frieza throws a punch and Gohan catches it. He doesn't flinch. He crushes Frieza's hand. Yeah, it's like that. Frieza transforms to final form. Gohan stays in base. The Frieza goes golden, and Gohan responds with Super Saiyan God Stack and Ultimate on top. Gohan is at a slight power disadvantage against Golden Frieza on raw numbers, but here's the thing. Gohan's God form, he's mastered it. 0 stamina drain. He can stay in the form all day, all night, all week. Frieza's golden form, it's brand new. He hasn't ironed out the stamina issues. His power is tanking by the minute. Gohan hits a solar flare and flings Frieza into the sky. Frieza's still blinking spots out of his eyes when he realizes he's surrounded. Gohan picked up a technique from Piccolo, Hell Zone Grenade. He blasts from every single angle to Frieza simultaneously, cratering him into the ground. Frieza drops out of golden and he's done, but he's not stupid. He swallows his pride and calls in for backup, Broly. Goku and Vegeta have arrived by now. Bulma contacted Whis. They see this new Saiyan step out. Goku recognizes Paragus and Broly as Saiyans immediately. The tail, the armor, the look. Goku tells Gohan to hang back. Let them handle this. The Broly fight plays out similarly to the movie. Vegeta goes first, base to Super Saiyan to God. Broly dabs and grows during every exchange. Paragus reaches for the shock collar remote. It's broken, cause of course it is. Broly enters wrathful form. But see, here's the difference. Instead of fighting Broly alone, Goku joins Vegeta and Super Saiyan God. 2 gods fighting Broly together. They're impressed by his growth, but they can't let it continue. Goku signals Vegeta and Gohan. All 3 power up to their highest. Goku and Vegeta go blue and Gohan goes Ultimate God. Together they blast Broly out of the sky and back into base form. Frieza is furious. He screams at Paragus about how weak Broly supposedly was. And in this rage, he kills Paragus. Right there and right in front of Broly. Broly sees everything. He's in base, he's not berserk. He can clearly see who just murdered his father. The scream that comes out of him shakes the continent. Muscles bulge, his hair turns gold. Green energy erupts from the ground around him. Super Saiyan Broly. Triggered not from blind rage, but from targeted focused grief. He knows exactly who his target is, and he goes straight for Frieza. And Frieza? Frieza already burned through Golden. He's stuck in final form. He's battered from fighting Gohan and he has nothing left. Broly unleashes everything. A flurry of punches that Frieza can't block, can't dodge, and can't even see. Then Broly lifts what's left of Frieza into the air and fires a ki blast from his mouth at point blank range, putting everything into him. For a brief second, he even flickers into full power. The blast launches Frieza into the upper atmosphere and he's left on the ground, mangled and barely alive, missing half his body. Now Broly turns towards the others, still in Super Saiyan, grunting and not fully berserk. He's got more focus than he would have had if he had gone wrathful first, but he's angry and he's swinging. Goku grabs Vegeta and Gohan, instant transmission. They regroup with Piccolo, who's already retreated to a safe distance. Goku pulls out the Potara earrings. Yeah, he's been keeping them. They were never destroyed like Vegeta did in the original timeline. Emergencies only. This qualifies. He holds out one to Gohan, but Vegeta smashes it. No, not him, me. Vegeta's reasoning? Gohan already happened once. Father-son fusion, very touching, but Vegeta can guarantee Super Saiyan Blue. Gohan might not be able to access this since Gohan doesn't have Blue yet, and against a threat like Broly, they need the maximum output. Plus, let's be real, Vegeta wants to try it. He's been curious, he won't admit it, but he's curious. And the Potara aren't permanent, he knows that, so why not? The earrings go on and light fills the sky. Vegeta was born. Gohan puts his hand on Vegeta, instant transmission back to the battlefield. Vegeta goes Super Saiyan first, test the water against Broly, competitive and fun. But then he goes straight to Blue because he knows Broly gets stronger every second you give him. Blue Vegeta hammers Broly, doesn't even give him room to breathe, doesn't even give him a chance to power up further, knocks him unconscious before he can reach full power. Vegeta charges a final Kamehameha, but then the smoke clears. Broly's just lying there, base form, unconscious, maybe dead, maybe not. Vegeta hesitates. Meanwhile, Frieza, who is somehow still alive, clings to existence with nothing but spite and willpower. He floats up from the crater. He's charging a death ball aimed at Earth. Last resort. If he can't win, nobody wins. But he forgot about one person. A beam of sparkling light punches through Frieza's chest from behind. A special beam cannon. A technique Gohan picked up from Piccolo. And one he knows in some of the video games, so don't come at me about that. Frieza's body falls. He's dead. For real this time. Gohan looks at Vegeta, gives him a thumbs up. Vegeta gives one back, then promptly diffuses from all the energy expenditure. Goku and Vegeta fall on their butts. Comedic timing, even in the middle of all this. Chila and Lemma rush out to Broly's side, and something clicks for Gohan. He sees the whole picture now. Broly was used. He was a weapon, not a willing combatant. Paragus dragged him here. Frieza manipulated him, and Broly never wanted any of this. Gohan walks over. Chila tenses up, but Gohan just gives Broly a senzu bean. He trusts what he's seeing. These people aren't enemies, they're just lost. Chila tells him everything, confirms what Gohan suspected, and Broly, waking up, confused but calm, Doesn't feel any hostility towards these Earthlings. That guy who killed his father is dead. The people in front of him saved his life, and there's nothing left to fight about. The remains of the Frieza Force try to flee their ship. Vegeta blows it up with a big bang attack before it clears the atmosphere. The Frieza Force is done. For good. Goku, being Goku, sees a new training partner. Gohan, being Gohan, sees potential to help someone. Broly's insanely powerful but has zero control, zero education, and zero social skills. Who better to mentor him than a professor who also happens to be one of the strongest fighters in the universe? Broly, Chila, and Lemon move up to Capsule Corp temporarily, and Gohan gets a new training partner who can actually keep up with him. And now time passes, more training and more growth. Then Goku and Vegeta come back from Beerus' planet with news. There's a tournament, Universe 6 versus Universe 7, 5 fighters each. Now originally Beerus picked Monaka as the 5th fighter, basically his motivation for Goku, a fake strong guy to push Goku to try harder. But that's not necessary here. Goku already has 2 people above him that he's trying to surpass, Gohan and Broly. He doesn't need a fake rival, he's got real ones. The first 4 picks are obvious. Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, Broly, done. No debate. The 5th spot, Gohan suggests Videl. Goku and Vegeta look at him like he just suggested bringing Yajirobe. But Gohan makes his case. Videl's been training for years. She's way stronger than she's ever been. And the rest of the team is so overwhelmingly powerful that the 5th spot doesn't need to be another powerhouse. It needs to be someone reliable. After actually hearing him out, Goku agrees. He trusts Gohan's judgment. If Gohan says she can handle it, she can handle it. They all train briefly. Goku and Vegeta take 2 days in the hyperbolic time chamber, not 3 like the original, because they leave a day open for Gohan and Videl. This means Goku and Vegeta come out a tiny bit weaker than they would have been with the full 3 days. Not dramatically, but enough that Goku can't properly utilize Kaioken on top of Blue. He hasn't had enough time to practice it. Remember that. Gohan and Videl go in for a day. It's mainly for her benefit. Gohan's already strong enough. She gets an entire year of focused training with the strongest person she knows in a gravity-enhanced environment. When they come out, Videl's pushed to Buu Saga levels. Think around Ultimate Gohan during the Buu arc, maybe Buu Tank's tier. That's insane for a human. She's still weaker than Piccolo. She's still the weakest person on the team by a massive margin. But she's not dead weight. She can actually contribute. Broly doesn't go into the time chamber. He doesn't need to. He's already Broly. Now the tournament itself. Videl fights first. She's up against Butama, the big bear guy. She struggles at first. Can't knock him down. He absorbs all her punches, but she's smart. She realizes brute force isn't the answer, so she just starts hitting him faster and faster, keeping him off the ground, uppercutting, juggling, getting him airborne where he can't plant his feet. Then finishes him off with a Kamehameha that sends him flying out of the ring, a clean win. Next up is Frost, and this is where Videl's intelligence actually matters. She doesn't know Frost is evil, but she doesn't trust him either. He looks like Frieza. He feels like Frieza. Every instinct in her body says, this guy's hiding something. So she doesn't play the game Goku would play. She doesn't let Frost power up through his forms to see what he's capable of. She goes full power immediately and tries to eliminate him while he's in his weakest state. And it works. She catches him off guard, knocks him off the stage, and Frost doesn't even get to show off his final form. A tactical victory. Smart fighting. Exactly what you'd expect from someone trained by Gohan. But then she collapses. Not from exhaustion, from poison. When she kicked Frost, he hit her with that needle. She didn't even notice, but she's out cold. And here's an interesting wrinkle. Because Frost was knocked up before revealing his true nature, nobody finds out he's evil. Not yet. That's gonna matter later. From here, the Vegeta fights go the same. Magetta, Kaba, no significant changes. The Vegeta faces Hit, same as the original, and gets eliminated. Goku steps up against Hit. He figures out the time skip. He's doing well, but he can't properly use Kaioken on top of Blue. It's not enough practice. The risk is too high. In the original, he said he had a tiny chance of pulling it off. Here, that chance is even smaller. It's not worth it. Without that extra push, he can't overcome Hit's improving time skip. Goku loses. It's Broly's turn. He knows how Hit's time skip works from watching Goku and Vegeta fight. He goes from base to wrathful to Super Saiyan. And thanks to all that training with Gohan, his Super Saiyan form is controlled now. Not berserk, focused, and efficient. He learned from Gohan's philosophy. Master what you already have before chasing the next thing. Broly pushes hard, even breaks through the time skip briefly with raw power, but Hit keeps improving. He extends his skip to a full second, and that's enough. Broly goes down. He's powerful, but he's not a tactician. Not yet. The final fighter, Gohan versus Hit. Hit is tied from 3 consecutive fights, but has improved dramatically throughout each one. Gohan enters in God form. Not enough. Ultimate God. Still not enough. Blue. Hit can counter even that. Gohan is surprised, but not panicked. He's been working on something. He powers up. A white aura surrounds him. The air changes. Ultimate Blue. Ultimate form stacked on top of Super Saiyan Blue. The combination of his full potential unlocked with God-level Super Saiyan energy. Unlike Kaioken, which drains stamina rapidly, Ultimate doesn't nearly have the same drawback. It's a sustainable power boost on top of Blue. Even with a 1-second time skip, Gohan is moving so fast that Hit can't keep up. Gohan blitzes through the time skip window, turns into a blur, and eliminates Hit with a single devastating combination. Universe 7 wins. Champa and Beerus are stunned. A mortal just did that. Then Zeno shows up. He loved the tournament, and he wants a bigger one. Same setup as the original. The wheels are in motion. And now, Universe 10. A guy named Zamasu watched the Universe 6 tournament on God 2, whatever deities use. He saw mortals wielding the power of gods. He saw Half-Saiyan, Gohan, using God Ki, stacking transformations, getting stronger at a rate that makes Zamasu's skin crawl. Mortals shouldn't have this power. It disgusts him. It enrages him. And in this timeline, the body Zamasu chooses to steal with the Super Dragon Balls isn't Goku's. It's Gohan's. Gohan Black. It makes sense, right? Zamasu saw the Universe 6 tournament, who was the most impressive? Who had the highest ceiling? Who displayed the most terrifying combination of God-Key and mortal potential? Gohan. Not Goku, not Vegeta, Gohan. The Half-Saiyan who stacked Ultimate on top of Blue and blitzed through hits time skip like it was nothing. If you're an evil Kai looking for the ultimate mortal body to steal, that's the one you pick. Future Trunks arrives in this timeline, same as the original, unconscious, beaten, and terrified. He wakes up and sees Goku and Vegeta and warns them. There's someone in this timeline who looks exactly like Gohan, but it's not the Gohan he knew. His Gohan had a scar, he was missing an arm, he had a different hairstyle, but this new one, both arms, no scar, and different hair entirely. Everyone is confused. Gohan died in Trunks' timeline, who is this imposter? During a sparring session between Goku and Trunks, a portal rips open, and there he is, Gohan Black. Same face, same build, but there's something wrong with his ki. It's godly, but twisted, corrupted. Goku challenges him. He goes Super Saiyan 2 and immediately has trouble. Because this isn't a body at Goku Black's level. This is a body at Gohan's level. Gohan Black in base is stronger than Goku Black ever was. Goku pushes to Super Saiyan 3 just to keep up. Then the real Gohan shows up. He sends the key spike from his university office. An instant transmission straight to the battlefield. He blocks a punch from his double. Both Gohans stare at each other. Black is excited. The original. The body is stole from a parallel timeline. He wants to measure himself against the real thing. But before they can fight, a portal opens up behind Black. He starts retreating. Gohan fires a Masenko. It partially catches Black as he's entering the portal. It doesn't hit him fully, but it takes his arm off and badly burns his left side. Black vanishes into the portal, cursing the very mortal he stole his body from. The group gets to work. They head to the future, find Zamasu and finds out the whole plan. Gohan Black and Zamasu, two versions of the same Kai, one immortal and one in a stolen body. The battles play out intensely. Gohan Black reveals Super Saiyan Rose, a form he just unlocked. The Zenkai from the injury plus the new form puts him on a completely different level. Even Gohan has trouble. Then Gohan Black makes a mistake. He pins Gohan to a wall and gloats. He tells him everything. How he stole his body from another timeline. How he killed that Gohan. How he murdered Piccolo, Videl, Pan, Mr. Satan, Goku, Chi-Chi, Goten. He lists every single person happily. He thinks this will break Gohan. Salt in the wound. It does the exact opposite. Gohan snaps into Ultimate Blue with a rage boost that sends shockwaves across the continent. He breaks free and destroys Gohan Black. Black doesn't stand a chance against a Gohan who's fighting with the fury of someone who just heard his entire family was slaughtered in another life. Plus, Gohan has instant transmission, a technique the real Gohan learned after Black's body was stolen. Black can't use it. Gohan is appearing behind him, beside him, above him. Black can't track him, can't predict him, he can't do anything. Then Gohan ends it with a supercharged Masenko. Point blank, Gohan Black is evaporated. But Zamasu, the immortal one, is still alive. And he's got a new plan. Time Rings, an army of alternate timeline Zamasus, all immortal and all sharing the same goals. The group retreats, returns to the present and plans. They try the Mafuba. It works on one Zamasu, but the container gets destroyed by a key blast from another Zamasu. There are dozens of them. This is bad. Goku stumbles across the Zeno button while checking his pockets for senzu beans. He calls Future Zeno, same as the original, and Zeno shows up. He sees the army of evil Kais and erases every single one. Simple, clean, anticlimactic, sure. But when the only answer is God tier intervention, you call the God. Trunks' timeline survives. He heads back to rebuild, and Earth is safe once again. Now Zeno wants a bigger tournament. All the universes, 10 fighters each. Lose and your universe gets erased. And now it's time to make a team for Universe 7. Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, and Broly are obvious picks, the big four. Piccolo gets drafted afterwards. He's massively powered up from the years of training with Gohan. Gohan uses the replicated time machine to recruit future Trunks. Zeno bends the rules because it sounds fun. And Trunks has a locked Super Saiyan God from training with Vegeta during the Black Arc. The next people asked are the kids, Goten and present Trunks. They both have Super Saiyan 2. They're way more disciplined and powerful than the original timeline. They're not just Goten's delivery vehicles anymore. They can fight as individuals, though they do still fuse if needed. Videl's next up. She's reached late Buu Saga levels. She is the weakest member of the team by far, but she brings technical intelligence and real fighting experience from the Universe 6 tournament. And obviously Krillin joins too, because it's classic Krillin. He has the heart of a champion, power of, well, it's Krillin. He's there and we love him. Now let me rank the team real quick. Gohan is at the top. Goku, Vegeta, and Broly are roughly tied below him. Future Trunks is after them, then Piccolo, then Goten and present Trunks. Videl's far behind, but Krillin is still way at the bottom. The tournament begins. Gohan is the team leader. He wants everyone to stick together, and it actually works better this time. Goku, Vegeta go off on their own because, of course they do, but the other 7 fighters stay as a unit. Universe 9 goes on first. Goku, Vegeta handle their fighters easily, but then the group gets split up by multi-universe attacks. Subgroups form based on who's been training together. Gohan, Videl, and Goten stick together. They train for years. Perfect synergy. They use teamwork and SAIYANS-style coordination to eliminate Universe 2 fighters and the remnants of Universe 10. Gohan feels conflicted by Universe 10. He indirectly knew Guasu, but he pushes through. The stakes are too high for sentiment. Piccolo, Future Trunks, Krillin, and present Trunks also form their own group. They handle Universe Force fighters. Piccolo saves Krillin from Frost's surprise attack. Remember, Frost was never outed as evil during the Universe 6 tournament. This is where it finally comes out. Piccolo catches the poison needle. He severs his own arm to stop the spread, but he regenerates. He reports Frost to Champa. Frost gets a warning, but he isn't erased yet. And now the other 3 main Saiyans. Vegeta, Broly, and Goku fight best together. They take on the Universe 6 Saiyans. But here's where it gets interesting. Kale goes berserk. Broly recognizes the energy. It's like his power. He goes Super Saiyan 2 and overwhelms her, knocking her out of the ring before she can do any real damage. Caulifla is furious. She calls for Cabba and gives him a Potara earring, and this is when they fuse. Kaliba. Not as strong as Kefla, Cabba's weaker than Kale, but they're still incredibly powerful. Broly has trouble with this. He's getting pushed back, about to go off the edge, but Gohan instant transmissions to him, catches him and sets him down. Gohan takes on Caulifla. He goes straight to Mastered Blue. Caulifla responds with Super Saiyan 2, their peak. They're even for a moment, but then Gohan goes Ultimate Blue and it's over. He blitzes Caulifla and sends them flying. Universe 6 is erased. From here, Videl gets ambushed by Universe 4's tiny fighter Damon. She's knocked out. Piccolo gets taken down by the invisible fighter as well. Future Trunks and Gohan clean up Universe 4 together. Then Universe 3's and a reset. 6 fighters left. Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, Broly, Future Trunks, and Gotenks who fused earlier. They tear through the robot. No weak spot necessary. They're all individually more powerful than the original team, but there's more of them hitting it at once. Now it's just Universe 7 and Universe 11. Gohan and Broly take Toppo. Goku, Vegeta face Jiren. Gotenks and Future Trunks handle Dispo. Gotenks traps Dispo with Galactic Donuts, and Future Trunks tosses him off the edge. Done. Against Toppo, Vegeta unlocks Blue Evolution. Future Trunks, seeing how far ahead everyone is, pushes himself to the absolute limit and properly accesses Super Saiyan Blue for the first time in a real fight. Father and son in blue. They overwhelm Toppo before he can go God of Destruction mode. It's now 6 versus 1. Jiren. Everyone goes full power and they attack him at once. Jiren has actually forced the power up more than he's ever needed to. 6 fighters and all of them stronger than their canon counterparts. They hit him from every angle. Gotenks uses Galactic Donuts and Super Ghost Kamikaze attacks to create openings. Broly is raw powering through Jiren's counters. Future Trunks is providing support beams, but then Jiren hits his limit and snaps. Full power. Gotenks is the first down. He's swatted away like a fly. Then Broly, then the rest. Goku, Vegeta, and Future Trunks are on the ground. Gohan is the last one barely standing. Jiren charges a massive blast aimed at the 3 down fighters. Gohan throws himself in front of it. He pushes against the beam with everything he has. Ultimate Blue at maximum output. It's not enough. The beam is pushing him back, closer and closer. Then something shifts. Gohan's body starts moving on its own. His eyes go silver. His aura changes. Ultra Instinct Omen. The near-death experience is the catalyst. Just like the Spirit Bomb was for Goku, this moment of absolute desperation and the desire to protect everyone he loves, it triggers the awakening. Gohan doesn't fully understand it and he can't control it. But for those few precious seconds, his body is moving faster than thought itself. He deflects Jiren's beam, kicks Jiren in the face while the Pride Trooper is still recovering from shock. Jiren retaliates, but Gohan dodges on pure instinct. Back and forth, it's breathtaking, but it's temporary. The form is burning through him. Gohan yells at the others to fire with everything they've got. He grabs Jiren from behind, flips them both upside down and they spiral towards the edge. Goku, Vegeta, and Trunks all find strength they didn't have. Together they launch a father-son Gallic Kamehameha. The combined beam catches Jiren and Gohan as they plummet. Jiren tries to redirect but it's too late. The beam pushes them both off the edge. Gohan and Jiren fall into the void and Universe 7 wins. Gohan is alive in his stance. He's barely conscious and exhausted beyond anything he's ever felt, but he's smiling. Goku makes the wish, the same as the original. Bring back every one of the erased universes. Because that's who Goku is. Even after all that, even after nearly dying, he'd rather give everyone a second chance than take the wish for himself. And with that, that is what if Gohan trained after Buu, from a power perspective. From the end of the Buu saga all the way through to the Tournament of Power. Having Gohan as a consistent, dedicated fighter completely reshapes the power dynamics of the entire series. The training timelines change. The threat levels evolve differently. Characters who would normally be relevant like Videl, Goten and Trunks, Piccolo actually get pushed to stay relevant because Gohan is dragging everyone up with him. That's the ripple effect. One guy decides to keep training and suddenly the entire cast levels up. Gohan staying in the game means everyone around him trains harder, everyone scales faster, and the fights hit different. And that Ultra Instinct Omen moment at the end, triggered by protecting his friends, that is peak Gohan. That is exactly who this character was always meant to be. Not the guy who fights because he loves it, but the guy who fights because he has to. Because the people he loves are in danger, and when that switch flips, nobody is safe. Big shout out again to Salad Saint for the scenario and Saint Scholar for helping fill in the gaps. You both made this one a blast to cover. If you enjoyed this, drop a like, leave a comment telling me what scenario you want to see next, and subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace!